It's in the game. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to McGurk Alumni Stadium in Amherst, home to the UMass Minutemen. UMass will kick off and will be underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Rams offense will have the football first. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every...
There he goes! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Rides the back and leaves it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got room at the 35. Breaks free. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's going for the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Rams!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So UMass's offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
UMass quickly back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Hairston. And he was drilled just as he released. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
There's the pressure. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with a 7-0 lead. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
Here's a heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
In most instances, I would say really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has,
Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Now from inside the red zone. It's complete to the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Colorado State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Back to throw. It's Hairston. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
And he slides after picking up the 1st down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against.
Holding. Offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. He wants to change this route. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands. It's ball. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And a nice catch, way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
Using his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Bell. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down?
Makes the grab, past the marker. Quick step and go. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Rams are marching down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing the zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The UMass offense returns to the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. UMass quickly back to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away.
Number 15, on to punt it away.
Here's the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, breaks into the open. Touchdown, Colorado State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
UMass 0.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
The Minutemen with a ton of work to do here on third down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You wonder about that play call on third and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
It'll be third and long. Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. Third down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rams!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The UMass offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up?
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here's the punt, and it is not a very good one. A short punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
First down for the offense.
Yankee blue!
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Rams headed quickly to the line.
Good enough for a first down.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught near the sticks. It's ball. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. On the run, it's good. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
UMass to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. UMass will line up to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. Gives it on the option. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UMass offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
UMass will line up to punt it away.
Offensive punts it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
And the Colorado State offense will take over.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls.
There he goes. Touchdown, Colorado State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Colorado State 56, UMass 0.
Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down. Make the stop at the 19. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Offense in a bunch formation. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Connection to the right. Bulldozes his way through. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Now on 2nd down.
414 satellite. Cooler.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give out of the gun. On the move at the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UMass offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Hauls it in, and he's dragged down.
You gotta like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
On the option. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back.